Welcome back again, students, to another video. So ito yung karugtong ng ating discussion regarding introduction to functions with piecewise functions. So our topic for this video is evaluating functions. This is also part of our lessons in grade 11 general mathematics, first semester, week 1. Okay? So let's start by defining the lesson objectives. So our lesson objectives are to evaluate functions and solve problems involving functions. So how do we evaluate a function? Evaluating a function means replacing the variables in the function, in this case, x with the value from the function's domain and computing for the result. We write f of x to indicate that we are evaluating f at x. So ang ibig sabihin lang po nito is magsasubstitute tayo ng value of x is either a positive integer, a negative integer, a fraction, a decimal, dun sa given function. Okay, and then kapag sinubstitute natin yung x dun sa given function na yun, magkakaroon tayo ng resulta. So let's have example number 1. If f of x is equal to 5x plus 7, find f of 0, f of negative 2, and f of 11. So ang gagawin natin, yung 0, negative 2, and 11, isa-substitute natin siya dun sa given function na 5x plus 7. So let's start. F of x is equal to 5x plus 7. And then f of 0 is equal to 5 times 0 plus 7. F of 0 is equal to 5 times 0, that is 0. Any number multiplied to 0, the answer is 0, plus 7. F of 0 is equal to 0 plus 7, that is 7. So if we substitute 0 to the given function, the obtained value will be 7. Now, f of x, again, equals 5x plus 7. So negative 2 naman yung substitute natin in place of x. F of negative 2 is equal to 5 times negative 2 plus 7. The product of 5 and negative 2 is negative 10 plus 7. Next. So, negative 10 plus 7 is negative 3. So, follow the sign of the bigger value and then proceed to subtraction. Next. F of x is equal to 5x plus 7, and then f of 11 naman. 5 times 11 plus 7. So what is the product of 5 and 11? So that is 55 plus 7. So f of 11 is equal to 62. So, i-summarize lang natin. Pag f of 0, ang sagot ay 7. Pag f of negative 2, ang sagot ay negative 3. And then, kapag ang sagot naman na kinukuha is f of 11, the answer is 62. Okay. Next, if g of x is equal to x squared minus 5x plus 8, find g of negative 3, g of 4, and g of b plus 2. Okay? So, ganun lang din ang gagawin natin. So, first, we write the given function, x squared minus 5x plus 8. And then, g of negative 3. So, isa-substitute natin yung negative 3 sa lahat ng x na meron dito sa function na to. So, negative 3 square minus 5 times negative 3 plus 8. Now, what is negative 3 squared? That is positive 9. Negative times negative, that is positive. Next, negative 5 times negative 3, that is positive 15 plus 8. Now, 9 plus 15 plus 8, that is 32. So, the value of g of negative 3 is 32. Next, g of 4 is equal to x squared minus 5x plus 8. We substitute 4 in place of x. 4 squared minus 5 times 4 plus 8. Now, 4 squared, that is 4 times 4, 16. Negative 5 times 4, that is negative 20, plus 8. Now, we combine like terms, or like signs. 16 plus 8, that is 24. Minus 20, so the answer will be 4. So, g of 4 is equal to 4. So, yung last natin is g of b plus 2. So, kung mapapansin nyo, binomial expression siya. So, let's start. G of x is equal to x squared minus 5x plus 8. So, hindi lang mga numbers ang pwede nating isubstitute dito. So, pwede rin yung mga polynomial, monomial, binomial, trinomial. Okay? So, g of b plus 2. So, kung paano natin sinasubstitute using numbers, integers, fractions, decimals, ganun din yung pagsasubstitute kapag expression na. So, magiging b plus 2, then squared, minus 5 times b plus 2 plus 8. Okay, next. Applying square of binomial, the square of b, that is b squared, and then twice the product of the first and the second term, b times 2, 2b, times 2, 4b. Then, square the last term. 2 squared, that is 4. Next, negative 5, i-distribute natin siya dun sa mga terms na nasa loob ng parenthesis. Okay, negative 5 times b, that is negative 5b. Negative 5 times 2, that is negative 10, plus 8. So, finally, we combine like terms. So, b squared, sulat lang natin kasi wala naman siyang kamukha. And then, 4b minus 5b, so that is negative b. And then, 4 minus 10, that is negative 6, plus 8, that is 2. So, the value of g of b plus 2 is b squared minus b plus 2. Okay, let's have the third example. If h of x is equal to 2x plus 3 all over x minus 1, find h of negative 5, h of 1, and h of 6. So, una muna, h of x is equal to 2x plus 3 over x minus 1. So, ito munang negative 5. So, h of negative 5 is equal to 2 times negative 5 plus 3 over negative 5 minus 1. Negative 5 times 2, that is negative 10, plus 3, all over negative 5 minus 1, that is negative 6. Now, h of negative 5 is equal to negative 10 plus 3, that is negative 7, over negative 6. So, negative over negative, that is positive. So, h of negative 5 is equal to 7 over 6. Next, h of 1. So, sulat lang natin ulit yung given function. So, h of 1, that is 2 times 1 plus 3 all over 1 minus 1. 2 times 1, that is 2, plus 3 all over 0. 2 plus 3, that is 5 over 0. Now, can we divide 5 by 0? So, we cannot divide 5 by 0 because the answer will be undefined. So, remember, we cannot divide any number by 0. So, the answer will always be undefined, indeterminate. So, walang sagot. Hindi natin alam. Yung pinaka-last, h of 6. So again, we write the given function. So, and then we substitute 6 in place of x, that is 2 times 6 plus 3 all over 6 minus 1. So 2 times 6, that is 12, plus 3 over 6 minus 1, that is 5. 12 plus 3, that is 15, over 5. So the value of h of 6 is equal to 3. Okay. Okay, let's have number 4. If p of x is equal to the square root of 3x minus 2, find p of negative 4, p of 4 over 3, and p of 9. So, sulat lang natin, p of x is equal to the square root of 3x minus 2. Then we substitute p of negative 4, 3 times negative 4 minus 2. 3 times negative 4, that is negative 12, minus 2. Negative 12 minus 2, that is negative 14. Okay. So the value of p of negative 4 is a square root of negative 14. So, yung rule natin dito, we cannot extract a negative radicand. So, ang na-extract lang natin is always positive. Next, p of x is equal to the square root of 3x minus 2. Now, we substitute 4 over 3 to the given function. P of 4 over 3 is equal to the square root of 3 times 4 over 3 minus 2. So, we can cancel out 3 and 3. So, kasi meron silang common factor at pareho lang din naman sila na number 3. So, pwede natin silang i-cancel. Matitira na lang is 4 minus 2. Now, 4 minus 2 is 2. So, the value of p of 4 over 3 is the square root of 2. Since this is a positive radicand, pwede natin siyang extract kung may common factor siya other than 1 na perfect square. So, since wala naman siyang ibang factor na perfect square aside from 1, so our final answer will be square root of 2. Next, p of 9. P of x is equal to the square root of 3x minus 2. Then, we substitute the value of p, which is 9. 3 times 9 minus 2. So, the product of 3 and 9 is 27 minus 2 is equal to the square root of 25. So, 25 is a perfect square because 5 times 5 is equal to 25. Therefore, p of 9 is equal to 5. So, let's have problem number 1. The velocity v in meter per second of a ball thrown upward t seconds after the ball was thrown is given by v of t is equal to 25 minus 9.8 t. Calculate v of 0 and v of 1. So, yung 0 and 1 na to, time sila in seconds. So, para makuha yung initial velocity niya from 0 second, tapos after 1 second, isa-substitute lang natin yung 0 and 1 to the given function. So, that is v of t is equal to 25 minus 9.8 t. And then we substitute 0. 25 minus 9.8 times 0. 25 minus the product of 9.8 and 0 is 0. So, 25 minus 0 is 25. So, the initial velocity of the ball thrown is 25 meter per second. Now, if v of 1 will be substituted on the given function, so rewrite lang natin yung given function. 25 minus 9.8t. Now, v of 1 is equal to 25 minus 9.8 times 1. So, 9.8 times 1, that is 9.8. So, we will subtract 9.8 from 25. So, the answer will be 15.2 meter per second. So, kung ang initial velocity niya ng ball is 25 meter per second, after 1 second, babagal siya. So, magiging 15.2 meter per second. So, problem number 2. The function a described by a of s is equal to s squared square root of 3 all over 4 gives the area of an equilateral triangle with side s. Find the area of the two sides if the measure of their sides are 16 meters and 14 meters respectively. So to give you an idea about equilateral triangle, ang equilateral triangle ay isang uri ng triangle na kung saan pare-pareho ang sukat ng kanyang mga sides. From the word equal, equi, okay? Equal. So we substitute S is equal to 6 meters to the formula of the area of an equilateral triangle. So, given siya sa function, a of s is equal to s squared square root of 3 all over 4. Tapos, a times 6 equals 6 squared square root of 3 all over 4. So, 6 times 6, that is 36. Square root of 3 all over 4. Now, we can cancel out 36 and 4. So, rewrite lang natin ulit. So, we can cancel out 36 and 4 simply because they have common factors which is 4. So, 36 divided by 4, that will become 9. And then, 4 will become 1. So, our final answer, a of 6 is equal to 9 square root of 3 square meters. So, kapag may mga units tayo, don't forget to include them dun sa final answer natin. Because, kung ang sagot lang natin is 9 square root of 3, that will be considered wrong. Kasi wala siyang units na square meters, cubic meters, o kung ano man yung given unit. Now, if S is equal to 14 meters, A of S is equal to S squared square root of 3 all over 4. So we substitute 14 in place of s. That is 14 squared square root of 3 all over 4. 14 squared, or 14 times 14, that is 196 square root of 3 all over 4. So we can cancel out 196 and 4. So they have common factors. Rewrite lang natin ulit. 196 square root of 3 all over 4. So yung common factors nila is 4. So if we divide 196 by 4, the answer will be 49. 4 by 4, that is 1. So our final answer, A of 14 is equal to 49 square root of 3 square meters. So our last problem will be the function c described by c of f is equal to 5 over 9, the quantity of f minus 32, gives the Celsius temperature corresponding to the Fahrenheit temperature. Find the Celsius temperature equivalent to 77 degree Fahrenheit. So yung formula kung gusto nating i-convert yung Celsius to perimeter is this one. 5 over 9 times the quantity of f minus 32. So if f is equal to 77, so c of f is equal to 5 over 9 times f minus 32. So isa-substitute lang natin yung 77 in place of f. So c of 77 is equal to 5 over 9 times 77 minus 32. So what is 77 minus 32? That is 45. Now, Rewrite lang natin 5 over 9 times 45. So we can cancel out 45 and 9 because they have common factor, which is 9. So 9 divided by 9, that is 1. 45 divided by 9, that is 5. So our final answer, C of 77, is equal to 5 times 5, 25 degree Celsius. It means if we convert 77 degree Fahrenheit to Celsius, that will become 25 degree Celsius. So after we discuss evaluating functions, our next lesson will be operations and functions with composition of functions. So operations and functions, ito yung 4 fundamental operations in mathematics. So it has something to do with parang revision ng rational algebraic expressions. So but in here, we will be talking about functions. So operations on functions, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So I hope may natutunan kayo dito sa video na ito. So evaluating functions. So if you do not understand yet, so ulitin nyo lang panoorin yung video step by step. So matututo tayo kung step by step, hindi yung puro tayo nag-i-skip ng lesson. So yun lang, maraming salamat.